The very first former top model contestant to become a part of Modelville is Cycle 10's Fatima.
Sexy and confident, and I really want to win this competition.
This Somalian beauty was our very own baby Iman, who made it all the way to the last episode. Next up, Dominique.
My name is Dominique, and I'm ready to bring it. Come on.
She's one of Top Model's most outspoken girls ever.
You can't put a price on all of this.
Also joining Modelville is Cycle 8's Renne. On Top Model, Renne needed an intervention because of her bad attitude.
They don't really know who they're messing with.
But changed her ways and made a splash down under.
He thinks I'm the most beautiful Sheila he's ever seen in the bush.
Next, Cycle 10's Lauren.
Hi.
Best remembered as the punk rocker chick, who prior to Top Model never walked in heels.
When was the last time you wore a pair of heels?
This is my first week.
And lastly, Bianca. Bianca's a fan favorite from Cycle 9, who had a major makeover meltdown.
Emotion like this is really hurting me. I feel defeated.
Bianca, Lauren, Fatima, Dominique, and Renne. Together, they are Modelville.
They're coming out from Cycle 10, Fatima. Also from Cycle 10, Dominique. Come on out here, Dominique. And Lauren's here. Come on out, Lauren. From Cycle 8, Renne. And from Cycle 9, Bianca. Hi, ladies. Hello. Hello. I look so beautiful. Hi, girlie. All right, everybody has been going through a lot and have had challenges since Top Model has finished. And I'm going to start with you, Bianca, because your challenge was very public. And for people that don't know, Bianca was in a fight in the airport. Make sure I'm correct.
You're right.
In the airport in Turks and Caicos, which is an island in the Caribbean, with the star from Hairspray, the movie. What's her name again?
Nikki Blonsky.
Okay, so you were in a fight with her, and I heard about it. I panicked. I was like, what is my Top Model girl doing fighting in an airport? And it's one of the reasons why I have you here today. I chose all of these girls to be a part of Modelville. They've all touched me in a very specific way. It's true. And so I decided I wanted you guys to be here. And one of the reasons I wanted you to be here, because I'm like, what happens and what can we do to help you with this? So tell me, what happens in the airport?
So my family's from Turks and Caicos, and my grandfather was dying. Well, he passed away.
I'm sorry.
But at the time, he was dying, and we went down to have a big family reunion to see him before he passed away. So we had an amazing time. Everything was fine. We were coming back to the States, and we were in Provo in the airport. And I walked in the middle of everything, which was, the seats are really close where you sit at. And Nikki Blonsky, who I had no idea who she was at all, no idea. And she was sitting there, and her family, was a lot of them, and they were acting very posh, like, excuse me, no one next to us, please. But I had no idea who she was, and she was very rude to my aunt. My aunt had 2 babies in her arm, and she told my aunt, you can leave, like, you can go away. And I was really upset by that because, you know, my aunt and I are really close.
I can tell you're upset right now.
Yeah, I am upset right now because this is the first time I'm talking about it. With the public. So I sat down next to her, and I was talking to my brother, and she turns to me and says, you need to mind your business. You don't know what's going on. And I got really defensive, and I said, excuse me, like, who are you talking to? And she went off, and there was a lot of words exchanged, and we were arguing with each other. But my mom had came over, and she was like, guys, you need to calm down. You realize you're in the airport. And before my mom could walk away from us, her father, who I didn't know was her father at the time.
Nikki's father?
Nikki's father came, and he punched my mom.
What?
He, like, knocked her out. And Would you guys
knocked her out?
Knocked her out. The seats are really close, and there were tons of bags everywhere. And the way he got over the bags and everything, and hit my mom with like such force, she stumbled back. She stumbled back, and when she stumbled back, their whole family got up and attacked my mom, and they all started punching her, kicking her, and I'm standing there. At the time, I was still sitting down next to Nikki. This is how fast it happened. Still sitting down next to Nikki, and I look at her, and she takes her foot and just like kicks my mom in her vagina. And that's when my mom like fell out completely, and both the families were arguing, and it was like a scene out of a movie.
Yeah.
And my mom, the airport security finally came and separated everybody, and they called us, I don't know if I can say this, but you know, they called us niggas, and they called us, get these animals out of here. And her father and mother started saying, they got rabies, my daughter has to get shots. This girl got rabies, she gave it to my daughter.
Did you bite her daughter? Did you bite Nikki? No?
I didn't touch Nikki.
I'm not saying that you have rabies, I'm just saying. I was just wondering if you bought her, if you bit her.
I didn't touch her.
Did you and Nikki fight at all?
Nikki,
were there any altercations?
When Nikki kicked my mom, I went and I grabbed her arm, and she grabbed my earring. Had really big door knockers in it, and she grabbed it, and like I pulled my ear down so she wouldn't rip it. And her mom sat on her to get her off of me because her mom saw what was happening. And that was that.
How are you dealing with everything now?
It's a lot. It's a lot to handle because when I came back in the States, the papers were saying, big diva fight, big diva fight. My mom was still in the hospital. She had to be airlifted out of the hospital. She had internal bleeding. Her nose was broken, fractured skull. She couldn't walk.
Fractured skull?
She couldn't walk. He hit my mom, and like her face is still black and blue. Now this happened in the end of July, beginning of August. So from then to now, and my mom is a very strong woman. So for me to see my mom laying out on, even when we were taking her to the hospital, she turned to me and she's like, I need my daughter. And she said, Bianca, if anything happens to me, I need you to take care of your brother and sister. And to hear that from your mom or anybody is just like, you know, it's freaking out. So
you're making me cry. We're all crying in here right now.
And thank you, because you were calling me, and I know I just couldn't deal with anything. I was scared I was going to lose my mom. That's all I had. So, but she's been going to therapy, and she can walk now, and she's back to like. Okay.